I opened an OnlyFans account during the summer to help me pay for school, and everything was going swimmingly until I shared my Amazon wish list. Amazon does not give out your address to anyone who gives you gifts, but third-party vendors can, which is where I went wrong. This is a terrifying story, and I felt compelled to share it. I got a puppy in late July. I brought him outside to use the restroom at 2 a.m. one night. I observed an automobile parked outside my family's home as he was performing his thing. I noticed a figure in the car and I could tell they were looking at me, but it was pitch black outside so I couldn't see their faces. I grabbed up my puppy to take him inside, feeling a little apprehensive, and as soon as I started moving, the automobile parked in my driveway. I dashed back inside and shut the door, but they never came close to my home. I went to check the mail the next morning. There was a $20 envelope addressed to my OF name, but no note inside. I was still at home with my parents who were unaware about my OF account, so I didn't tell them about it. But I was aware that someone knew my address, but I didn't know who it was. Maybe that third-party vendors. So to get the hell out of it may be safer. I returned to my college town a week later to prepare for the start of classes. I had temporarily halted blogging until I could figure out how they obtained my address. I've seen enough crime shows to realize there's a chance I'm in danger. For the record, I live in a duplex with a secure parking lot, so I believed that I was safe until I was planning on vlogging my trip to Target one morning because I was thinking of launching a YouTube account soon after OF felt frightened. My car had been robbed and my vlogging camera was taken when I returned. I know it's my responsibility for leaving it in my car, but I was using it the night before and didn't believe I'd be in any danger because I live in a gated community. It wasn't in plain sight either. I'd stowed it away in my glove compartment. That camera was used to film my content, and the SD card in it had all of my previously unreleased photographs and movies. I'm sure they only took it for the SD card. Anyway, this is when the story starts to get strange. We were able to witness this individual break into my car and find the camera because there are cameras outside in the parking lot, and they didn't touch any of the other 7 cars on the lot. They recognized my car, implying that they had been watching me for a while. They walked around the duplex until they came to a halt near my window after getting the camera. My bedroom has a window that faces a busy street, and my shades are damaged, so it's easy to see in. I have a curtain, however, it doesn't completely cover my window. This lady sat and watched me sleep for about an hour. I'm not sure why they didn't try to break in, but I'm grateful they didn't, and I saw everywhere I go they were gonna follow me. Luckily, they just followed me, but this was stalker behavior. Those scenes that I saw were creepy as hell. The camera was then sold to a pawn shop, and because I knew the serial number, the police were able to track it down. My SD card, however, was missing. The police are still looking for them, but I've broken my lease and moved to a different location, so maybe that will keep me safe.
Am I the asshole for calling out my kid's future stepmom for treating me like a surrogate? I, 29 female, dated a guy, Joe, 30 male, for 3 months before he left me to go back to his ex, Kim. Right after we broke up, I found out I was pregnant. I let him know and he was ecstatic. Turns out his girlfriend had fertility issues and would likely never be able to get pregnant naturally, and he has always wanted to be a father. Joe was only allowed at the initial appointment because of COVID, and we found out I was having twins. According to Joe, when he told Kim, she had a mental breakdown about infertility and wanted to talk to me. I met them at their house, and Kim stated that she wanted to be involved in my pregnancy because she would eventually be the children's stepmother. She started telling me that I needed to do a home birth, that I needed to do formula feed so that they could have the babies half of the week, that she wanted one boy and one girl, and that she wanted the kid to call her mama. I shut her down and said I would make the best choices for my children and my body and left. When it came time for my 20-week level 2 scan, they allowed me one guest and Joe suggested I take Kim instead of him, which I refused to do. Joe did end up coming, and he found out the gender because I wanted to keep it a surprise for me so we could throw a gender reveal party. I put a pregnancy announcement on my social media, and then she put up an announcement saying they were expecting twins, quote, the non-traditional way, and how blessed she was. I was irritated, but I kept my mouth shut. Then she threw a gender reveal party and posted it on social media. I wasn't even invited. She also announced that she's having a baby shower. I commented on her post and told her to stop treating me like a surrogate. He and Kim and some of her friends and family are saying I'm an asshole. And her mother even called and insisted I give her one of my babies, like this is the parent trap. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for taking things too seriously?
Probably.
So I've been working at my current job for about a year now. One of my coworkers, who is a year younger than me, Chris, has been really getting on my nerves. It's a small store, and there are no managers. Only 2 bosses who oversee the store. Now, Wednesdays are the day I typically clean the store. My coworker decided to name Wednesdays Sexist Wednesdays, and will follow me around the store making sexist comments. Such as, quote, "You finally found your place behind a vacuum." And, quote, "Keep cleaning that counter. You'll find a husband that way." He's even started making these comments to me while I'm doing calls for the store. He'll come up to the phone and talk in my ear while I leave a voicemail to a client.
This is insane.
This dude fucking sucks.
A couple days ago, he tossed a steak knife at my head with no warning.
The fuck?
Was that on Sexist Wednesday, or was that just on, like, knife throwing
Steak knife
Thursday?
Thursday.
He said he wanted to see if I'd catch it. I lifted my arms above my head, and it bounced off my forearm. It didn't leave a mark. I know he was just kidding, but it was a really nerve-wracking moment. He said this is all a joke and in good humor, but it's annoying nonetheless.
It's not good humor. You want good humor? You listen to the Judgies. That's good humor.
I mean, they do. They're a listener.
Very good point.
Unless they're a fake fan. In which case, you're banned. Am I the asshole for not getting the joke? I want to talk to my boss about this, but I don't know if I'm just overreacting.
There's no joke there.
First of all, there's no joke there. Second of all, when are you ever the asshole for not getting a joke?
It's my first job, and I really don't want to cause any drama or issues.
He's causing the drama.
Yeah.
And all of the issues.
What kind of a joke is throwing a fucking knife? What are they, Sideshow Bob?
Got his
Wonderful.
ass.
Brilliant joke.
What the freaking heck, dude? I think this is so funny. Like, I thought of this today because I saw a thing on TikTok where, because straight white dudes are so fucking pressed about, like, cancel culture and being PC, they have to defend shit fucking jokes. Because they have to be like, bro, you can't even fucking take a joke anymore. And they, like, that's always their response.
My stepdaughter's 16. We got along great until my wife and I had more kids. I have always treated her the same and have known her for more than half of her life, and I'm always proud to go to her dance competitions and school events. But it's gotten bad for the past 4 years. My wife loves her daughter and they're very close and has always made time for her despite the younger kids needing more time. We do special one-on-one with her and make sure the family events are not completely catered to the younger kids. I really hope we're not doing anything wrong. Months ago, my stepdaughter was lashing out about her responsibilities and accused her mother of being a WHORE. She said she cares more about her husband and little kids than her and that she wants to be treated like an equal member of the family. I didn't intervene because this was clearly a mother-daughter incident. I just wanted to be there to support my wife and also be there for my stepdaughter. She then yelled at me and told me I was nothing more than the man her mom was effing. I said she needed to calm down and being disrespectful is not the way we solve conflict. Then I asked her if her dad tolerates this behavior and she got mad. I said she should stay with him until she apologized and my wife fully backed me. We went to her father's to see her and she refused. She's also now in therapy. We also surprised her at one of her dance competitions and she cried and her coach told us to leave. Am I the asshole for getting mad that my parents haggled over my birthday gift? My 28 female parents, male 26 and female 60, always get my brother 26 male better gifts than me. For instance, last Christmas they got him a brand new gaming laptop while I got a couple of books and some Primark clothes. The difference was so stark that even my mom pointed it out, but don't worry, she made up for it by buying me a magazine, a kid's magazine. Yeah. This has been happening to me since we were children, and it even happened when my brother was making twice as much money as me. My brother noticed too and feels guilty about it. He suggested that this year, instead of leaving it up to them, I buy myself something and then ask them to pay for it. So I did exactly that. I got myself a pair of off-brand AirPods. It was cheaper than my brother's gift this year, but it's not about the money, it's about getting something useful and that makes me happy. Yesterday was my birthday and I gently reminded my parents that they hadn't paid for the AirPods yet. Things got weird. They insisted they already paid me and I showed them my banking app. Then they tried to haggle with me. They only wanted to pay for part of the gift rather than the whole thing. Then they started arguing with each other about how much they should pay. I found the entire thing hurtful and offensive and got teary-eyed. I excused myself and locked myself in the bathroom to cry. They felt bad and said that they paid for the whole thing after all, but I left. Am I the asshole for making my wife return the $900 necklace she bought herself using my money? My wife's birthday was a couple weeks ago and she was very honest and vocal about what she wanted. It was a bucket bracelet and I bought it for her and it cost me $300 using my own account. Since money's tight, this gift broke my back, but I still wanted her to feel appreciated on her birthday. I gave her the bracelet and she was thrilled. She said she admired it and put it on right away. Later that night, after the birthday celebration was over, I found out that my wife purchased a $900 necklace using my account. I asked why she bought herself a gift knowing I already purchased her a gift and asked why she used my money. She nervously said she didn't know if I was going to get her anything. She said she used my money because obviously the gift is supposed to be coming from me. I was puzzled as she explained her reasons. I was mad. $900 was a lot to spend on a gift. Besides, I already bought her a gift, so this was unnecessary. I said that because I did get her the gift she wanted, she needs to return that necklace. She refused and argued that I was being heartless and selfish. I told her I'd do it myself if she kept refusing, and she said that she'd return the $300 gift. I said no because I never agreed on getting the necklace. She returned it and kept saying I'm a controlling jerk with no regard for her feelings on her birthday.
Am I the asshole for telling my gram that at 69 she should have her life together and stop depending on me and my sister? My gram has her license but refuses to drive. Has money but refuses to pay for a rental when she could just live with one of us instead. And she does nothing but complain 24/7. If she calls you, you can almost guarantee it's because she wants to complain to you about how much her life sucks. Last month, Graham told me she was moving into my home. The home technically was hers at one point, but after she moved out over 8 years ago, I started living here and bought it when I turned 20. I gave her basic rules and stipulations. Pick up after yourself and don't demand me to run all over hell's creation for you. Since then, all my rules have gone out the window. I work full-time and will come home to my house in a ruin. Trash littered with a 5-foot radius. Erica did not like how I said that. Trash littered with a 5-foot radius of where she sits. Dog shit everywhere because she does not allow my dogs to go outside. She's afraid they'll run away. And normally I come home to her complaining about something I did or did not do for her. She has now dragged my sister into this, where my sister has 3 kids and a full-time job in healthcare. It's taken a toll on her more so than it is with me. I don't have any kids, and my job isn't as strenuous or mentally draining as my sister's. She calls me crying the other day, begging me to hide Graham's phone for like an hour or so she can have a moment of peace without her phone blowing up. I asked her what Graham had been blowing her phone up about, and she said that she's been running her mouth stating that I don't have my shit together and that I don't let her do anything, and that I refuse to go to the store for her to get her food to eat, and apparently she hasn't eaten in over 4 days, all of which is complete and utter bullshit. I confronted my grandma, who denied all of it. I asked Graham to show me the text then if my sister is lying, and my Graham refused, ultimately proving to me that everything my sister said was in fact true. She then started saying that she doesn't like my lifestyle, and since I smoke pot, I'm a lowlife. I told her, Graham, at 69, nice, you should probably have your shit together and not depend on your grandchildren to fix your life. I don't know why you're so miserable considering you live free and have been for a huge majority of your existence. It's time to cut the umbilical cord. Find somewhere else to live and leave me and my sister out of your negative drama. She hasn't talked to me, but she has found her own rental elsewhere, literally 5 minutes down the street from me and my sis. She is now blowing my sister up to purchase a U-Haul and move her out.
Am I the asshole for finding my girlfriend annoying and wanting to break up over it?
Yes?
I know. The title probably already has everyone going,
Yes?
I've been dating my girlfriend for a few weeks now. I've known her longer than that, though, and I got to know her as someone she isn't. She's trans, but not open about it quite yet. I've made her feel safe and secure enough to be open and honest with me, and I'm over the moon that she trusts me so much. However, she has completely changed since coming out. I'm a very blunt and upfront person most of the time. I don't sugarcoat unless absolutely necessary, and I don't baby. My girlfriend does. She's obsessed with being some ooh-woo e-girl, and everything revolves around that. I'm talking the whole 9 yards. Every R becomes a W. Example. Sorry becomes sowie. Sleep becomes sweepy. Blanket becomes blanky, etc. And it's over voice as well as text. It's driving me up a wall. It's cute on occasion, but this is 24/7 for her.
It's never cute.
She also likes to copy me? If I wake up and ask how she's doing, she'll normally respond that she's doing well or great. However, if she asks me and I say I'm having a bad morning, suddenly she's feeling the exact same way, word for word. She apologizes for everything, and she repeats it multiple times an hour, every hour that I'm awake. For instance, if I wake up with a headache, she says, "I'm sorry, your head hurts," at least 20 times an hour.
I don't like that.
Let alone if I express something more severe, in which case every sentence starts with an "I'm sorry."
I eat bees.
I want to break it off, but I don't know how to explain that we just aren't compatible because she's constantly telling me I'm her soulmate, how happy she is with me, in love, etc. I want her to be who she wants and support her in her personal journey and growth. But I know if I tell her that her personality doesn't just appeal to me, it'll destroy her. I don't want to be talked to like I'm an infant with baby talk. I don't want to be coddled or constantly apologized to. I want a partner who will match my energy and not shut down if I so much as blink in a way that they perceive as off. She's so insecure. I don't know what to do. I don't want her to change on my behalf because I 100% want her to be the best and happiest version of herself. I'm just going absolutely insane with the ooh-woo stuff. Am I the asshole?
All right, I take it back. You're not the asshole. I totally get it.
Am I the asshole for embarrassing a friend from college after they tried to call me out on Facebook? I, male 25, updated my status yesterday with "Savannah has been extremely swampy lately." Hours after I posted, a friend I went to college with commented, "Really? This is really immature. Stop openly bullying people like this. If you're having issues with the hygiene of someone, talk to them in private, or better yet, mind your own business." I replied, "I live in Savannah, Georgia, which is a literal swamp. This is a good example of why people should think before they post or comment." She called me telling me my comment was meant to embarrass her and that it should have been sent in private. I said she commented publicly, and if she didn't want to be called out, she shouldn't have made a ridiculous comment. She said I needed to delete my post, and I told her no.